Yeah, and stuff like that. Racing stuff. Hey, what's up guys? It's Scott here from Icon Vehicle Dynamics. We're out here on the lake bed for King of the Hammers 2021. Getting ready for Tom Ways to lay down the qualifying run. Car works good, Tom feels good. We know it's gonna be a good run too. I've been coming to KOH now for the better part of a decade. It's one of my favorite, if not the favorite event of the year that I get to go to.
So if you could describe KOH in one word, what would it be?
One word. Definitely it would be chaos.
I figured masks were mandatory, so I put mine on.
Feel pretty confident. The car's been working really well. I've got some new changes in geometry in the steering. Always loved trying to go as fast as possible in the rocks, because there's not that many places where you can really make time up on the rest of the crowd. Everybody's going about the same speed through the rocks. Everybody's going about the same speed up the rocks. So really, what are you left with? Are you going to go faster in the desert than everybody else? Or are you going to be more consistent? Or are you going to descend faster than everybody else in the rocks? Because where does the average speed of this race come from? And 2 years ago, this race actually got into the 30-mile-an-hour average for the first time. We got out of the 20s finally. So the average speed in this race is what's really interesting, because if you take the amount of mileage that you're in the rocks and see what that equates to in the overall, that's where this is going to be a race of attrition. Who can hold the best average speed for the day? Like last year, for instance, like going down Chocolate Thunder at 25, you know, like.
Yeah, it's
you got to be able to run your car in the desert, but you also got to be able to handle your business in the rock. My favorite moment in the last 12 years here?
Yeah, do you have one thing that stands out? Like, dang, I will never forget that from KOH.
Being an hour and 20 minutes ahead of everybody in this race. And then driving the last 30 miles on the front rim.
The word that you could describe KOH in. So
it's hardcore as hardcore can be. It's hardcore in the true sense. It's got the hardest rock trail that's ever been raced down that we're about to race down on lap 3. Yeah. King's Graveyard is hands down the nastiest trail that's ever been considered part of a race course in any off-road event.
And on the line right now is the man, the myth, the mustache that is Tom Ways. Normally we see him out here in Power Hour, but he's going to be taking off here early in the day. We are going to see a fast time from Tom, no question asked.
He launched off that Yukon launch and landed it very smooth.
And Tom is out. Tom, you know, he's one of these guys, he's just, you know, he's, as you can see on the side of that car, it's Icon, but he's also an icon in this sport.
Yes, he
and
is.
in life itself. Tom is just someone who always puts on a show here in Hammertown, and he is about to go up to the Ford qualifying Bronco arch. He'll drop down through that, head back into Hammertown. This is going to be a fast time. Look at this. He is on it. This will, I think, is our new fast qualifier. Tom Ways with a 1:40.40. Absolutely amazing.
We're doing a little bit of re-prep on the car, putting some new FK rod ends and bearings in the car just after pre-running. We got all our pre-running and looking at everything and marking our hazards and marking our navigation stuff. Put a lot of effort into that. Run the Raptor through the desert loop and running the race car where we need to. And we walked and hiked some of the more difficult sections. So as far as that aspect of our homework done, I feel good about it.
like put your foot close to the inside, and then like you jam your ankle against that, and it's the friction of your foot that it's pretty uncomfortable to just make that step, like gravity or whatever. Okay. So then you might just, So a little bit of a feel for.
Come on. This is what I think I got it. I don't got it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, first off, my name is McVenture016 on Instagram, Derek for the official people. I rock with Icon Suspension. I'm running a Stage 6 with CDC shocks and also bump stops on front and back.
What's like the most intricate thing that you've been hitting out here? Is it whoops? Is it fast speed stuff? Is it crawling?
I think it's a little bit of crawling and a little bit of whoops, but what makes it pretty cool is that the CDC makes it adjustable so you can kind of adjust it to what your load is, whether you're rolling heavy or rolling light. So that's the cool part about the CDC, that it's adjustable to whatever you're doing, whether it be overlanding, whether it be coming to the desert and hanging out with friends and going fast. It basically does all of it all in one.
Do you have any crazy stories about King of the Hammers? Is this your first year out here, or have you
this is actually year 2 for me. I have a couple crazy stories. Chocolate Thunder is crazy. Just the name itself, well, people that have been here know what Chocolate Thunder is, and it's crazy. It's mayhem with engines. So that's the best part about it for me. You see a Jeep roll here or there, depending on what they're doing. If they're doing some crawling, they get a little off access, they tend to roll, and that's pretty cool to watch because most of them are pretty safe and caged up. And most people out here know exactly what they're doing and what they're doing it with their equipment that they have.
Definitely. If you could describe King of the Hammers in one word, what would that word be?
Dirty insanity. That's 2, but you know, it is what it is. It needs 2.
We can make it 1 more. What's the first upgrade that you did on your vehicle, and what's your favorite upgrade you did on it?
I think the first upgrade I did was wheels and tires. The wheels and tires are always going to change the look, but the best upgrade would definitely be my Icon suspension. It changed the ride. It changed everything about it. It made it more balanced. It changed everything, and that's my best feature on my rig, I think.
recognize and see where I'm coming from. It's still east side till I die. Why X? Why? As the world keeps.
Master.
Tom Ways, King of the Hammers 2021, quick race recap here. Unfortunately a DNF, really bummed, pretty sad. Took a pretty decent pace, not ridiculous, out of the start, and pretty much coming back from the desert loop, was reeling people in, feeling really good. And going out for lap 2, I think we were maybe about 5th place or so, somewhere in there I would say. We started 10th, so I think we picked off a few people on the desert loop. We got by Cameron Steele, and we were going down MDR, and I G'd out in a roller, got up on the nose, and almost rode it out. And we went down in another big G out, hooked the front bumper, and did a front flip, another front flip, and then landed on the passenger side. James was hurt, and I think he's going to be okay, but he had to get transported to the hospital, and we're waiting to hear back exactly how that all shakes out. But I wish him the best and appreciate him and his family, and prayers to him while he's recovering. Cameron Steele and Wayne stopped during their race to help me get James out of the car, because at that point there was fuel coming out of the car, because I jumped out so fast I left the fuel pump on, and so some fuel was coming out of the back of the car. They were concerned enough to stop and help, and I think that's a true testament to the sportsmanship in Ultra 4 racing and King of the Hammers. So thank you to those guys. I was really happy to see those guys in the lead. Unfortunately, Cameron just texted me saying, "Hey bud, I hope your co-driver and you are okay. We're broke down in King's Graveyard." My friend Randy Slauson kept doing his thing, and he worked his way back up and pulled off the win. So congratulations to Randy. Jason was out in the front for a while too. It's the hardest race in the world for a reason. Keeps bringing us back.